Hi, welcome to my channel if you are new here, and welcome back if you are returning. It's lovely for you to be here, and this is me in my new setup in the new studio. I've not got it exactly how I want it yet. It's a work in progress, but I've got my desk which, yeah, I'm still on the fence about the desk. I might do a review, like a mini review of the desk while I'm doing one of these videos. The more I use it, I'll be able to do a better review of it. It's okay. I'm just kind of on the fence a little bit. And I need a chair because the stool, what I will say is the stool that this desk came with, I had read on the reviews that the stool was not great. Well, it's not, it's like sitting on a rock. So the stool is being moved to one side and I need to get a proper chair for it. So at the moment I'm just using a dining room chair, which is fine. It does me for now. So the purpose of this video is I have been unpacking a bit. I've got some sketchbooks that I've kind of finished. I'm not going to do them all at once because that would make a very long video, but I thought I'd just show you this one here, and then I might do some other videos as time moves on, doing showing the other ones that I've got here that I've kind of finished, all of which are Pith sketchbooks because they are my favourite thing to use at the moment, although I have been dabbling back with the Royal Talons. I do love a Royal Talons, but like Pith are my favourite. This is the Lumia size, I want to say. This is the Lumia. The slightly smaller one than that, this one here is the Cara, and there is a slightly smaller one than that I can't remember the name of. There's obviously a bigger one than this one as well, but this is the Lumia. I really like this size, and I really like the Cara as well. Really useful sizes. So this one here, I can't remember, I think this sticker I bought from Nadia Art, I want to say. I'll check that and I'll put it below if I can remember where I got it from. But how cute is that little sticker? It's a little mouse with the ladybird. I like putting cute or whatever witchy type stickers on my sketchbooks, just to differentiate between them. I'm not bothered about the particular colour of sketchbook that I buy. Obviously you can buy just like a plain cardboard style one, or you can get these different colours. I'm not really bothered on the colour, but I do quite like sticking a sticker on. So that was quite a long intro, but this sketchbook here is from 14th of November 2024 to the 17th of June 2025. So quite a good few months there. I was working at one point across like 4 sketchbooks, which is quite a lot, and it was a little bit overwhelming. I'm trying not to do that as much. I don't mind working across 2 sketchbooks. It's quite handy, particularly if you're like say on a live call, or you're particularly inspired by something and you're wanting to do a couple of drawings at once, because I like to use a lot of wet media at times, or wet on wet mixed media. Sometimes it's kind of good to work across 2, so you can, like, if you're layering, you can kind of like let one dry, which I'm a bit impatient with, but I'm trying to get better at that. So this page here, it's nothing particularly. I was thinking of drawing over this, but this is just using a brayer when I've been rolling out like jelly plates, etc. I've just been rolling it onto the front, which gives, I mean, this page, the texture in that. And sometimes when I do these textured pages, I just kind of want to leave the texture. But I actually think I am just going to do that, because the ones that I really like and don't know what to draw over, or don't really want to draw over in case I ruin it, I am just going to leave them in the sketchbook as a textured page, because I could use it maybe scanning in and things like that. So I really like this. This is really lovely. And then this is some texture here where it's got stuck on. This is from a live drawing. 2 badgers, or a badger and something that looks like a raccoon, but I don't know if it was a raccoon. Not quite sure what that was, but this was from a Morton Hilmer live stream camera at night. Really lovely, love the colour palette. This is from an Emma Carlisle live call. I might have to take some of these bits of paper out. I sometimes put paper in between so the images don't transfer to the other side of the sketchbook. But this is from an Emma Carlisle live call. I think we were doing birds, maybe. Obviously this is some sort of woodpecker. I'll use to touch textured background here and draw on top of it, and I remember really liking this when I did it, and I love the textures, particularly on the tree that this bird's on. This was from the same live call. Yes, it was. Just checking the date. This was from like a vintage, I think, was it a vintage illustration? Not quite sure. We were drawing animals and birds, I think, because obviously that one was a bird, so I should start writing down what it was we were doing. Again, on a textured background, lots of pastels. I love the bear. Maybe it was all to do with the line, I'm not sure. But anyway, I love the bear, and I love these textures going on. I think this is a lot of pastel, which I love a bit of pastel. Again from the same live call, chickens. I think this again was from a vintage illustration, which would have been copyright free from somewhere like Unsplash or something like that. Really loved doing that. That was me practicing some bears. Don't really like any of them, but yeah, not really keen on them. More live streams from the Morton Hilmer nature camera. Again, nighttime shots, lots of them on textured backgrounds, just seeing what's around and about. This one was from a Francis Ives live call back in November. I think we were drawing cats and dogs, maybe? Yeah, cats and dogs potentially. Love this with the stockings. I used one of the magic pencils. I've talked about these before. I love them, so they're really handy if you're a bit stuck and you just want to use one thing. A magic pencil's great. And then I incorporated a bit of ink with the magic pencil, and I remember really liking this effect because it kind of captured like the cold outside, and then the coziness inside of like this dog. This is a dog, and these were, I think, two cats snuggled up on a bed. So yeah, they're really nice. And then this is just an imaginative drawing of some polar bear and its baby walking up in winter, somewhere Nordic maybe inspired, or the Arctic with all these trees. This was from a Natasha Newton live call back in December. Nordic landscapes, perhaps. And I remember loving this for the sky. I think it was a lot of pastel. And again for the snow, just texture. I think I was drawing with oil pastels, which I don't often do, and I don't know why I don't often do it, because I do actually, when I do it, I really like the textures. Oh, that was an epic fail. I'm not quite sure what I was trying to do, but I remember thinking, yeah, I really don't like either of them, so I gave up with them. These two, again from Emma Carlisle live call. So this was penguins in hats. I really love these. I think this was a replay. I don't think I actually joined the live call. Or did I? I can't remember. However, I've wrote catch up, so I must have done the replay. Penguins in hats, which I really loved. This is from one of Emma Carlisle's creative weeks. Practicing drawing my people. I remember really liking him. He was walking in snow, so I feel like and it was snowing, and I feel like I kind of got that across. Again, drawing with oil pastels. I need to do that a bit more. Love this one. This was from again an Emma Carlisle call. I don't know if it was one that I did in the live call and then I went back to and redid outside of the call, but this photo was definitely from the live call. And yeah, I really loved it. It was looking at like negative space, and I do love how I've captured this gorgeous lioness in the tree. I was really happy with that one. And then this was just from an Emma Carlisle sketchbook challenge. Think looking at colour palettes. I love this here. That was just using, I think, just the black art graph, and it was looking at tone, but I love the textures. And then looking at colour palettes in this one here. Don't know if I like either of these two, but again, I was just looking at colour palettes, layering up, using a lot of neo colours. Oh, I love this. These was negative space monkeys. I love this session. So good. I love this one here. I really like the faces on this one here. So I incorporated neon. So this is kind of when, I think this is kind of when my neon was coming right back in. My love of neon. I always love neon, but I think I used it on this one and then it's just gone poof. Love a bit of neon. So I'm incorporating that a lot more because I really liked how this worked here. Love these guys here. And then a couple of, I think they're ravens or crows. Just for some copyright-free photos, using a lot of pastel. This was from an Emma Carlisle photo off one of the, it's either off a Patreon session or a creative week or month challenge, looking at, was it looking at negative space or line? I can't remember. But what I felt with this one, I didn't actually do it because I didn't kind of want to ruin it in case I messed it up, because I do like it. But I could felt like these trees here maybe could have been pushed back a bit to kind of bring it out. But I really do like how the deer do blend in, because deer like to blend into their backgrounds. Oh, I love this one. Again, I think this was from maybe the creative month or creative week challenges. So it was off the photo that was on Emma's Patreon for us to use. And yeah, I love the colour palette. I wish I'd written down what I used here, because I really love it. I just love the like mood of it. Tonal wise, it's very much similar, but tried to pick these out a bit more. But yeah, I love that. It was on a texture background, so the cow was actually the texture background, and I've picked its shape out with some sort of pencil, used a lot of pastel. And I wish I kind of written down which ones I'd used, because I really love that. It's one of my favourites. This was a practice for a Francis Ives call. Little bit of a warm up on a textured background. Was it Copenhagen we were drawing? Boats are they're a bit of a mountain for me, boats. I'm not madly keen on drawing them, for one, but also, yeah, I just find it really hard, so that wasn't really good. This is a photo of Whitby. I think that I got from, it's either one that I've taken when I was at Whitby, or it could be from somewhere like Unsplash, you know, like a copyright free photo. But yeah, absolutely love this. I love the mood of it. I really like using the texture as the water, like the sea, and then like these are the lobster pots here, and then obviously picking out some of the buildings over there. And this is a Francis Ives, the Francis Ives coal that I did the warm-up for. This was, I think it was Copenhagen. I really loved this. Really, really, really loved this. So this was 45 minutes, which it looks like for the 45 minutes. You know, when you think it doesn't actually look like I've done very much. But I think I did actually fill the whole 45 minutes with this because I was thinking about what I wanted to do, doing quite considered. I like how I've left these as a suggestion of buildings. And then I've got these here, but I've used a bit of neon. I think these are like they might have been like a deep red, but I've brightened them up with a bit of neon. And then we've got the like, the floats or the buoys in the water here. Yeah, I remember really, well, I remember really loving doing this. I remember feeling really happy with it, and I'm still really happy with it. So that's always a good sign. This is from a photo of somewhere we used to live absolutely years ago. And I do return to this photo because the light in it was like so unusual. And it was this kind of like purpley, hazy, grey, dusky light. And yeah, I always sometimes go back to it. I've drawn it a couple of times now. And I really, really loved incorporating this neon into it to give it that kind of like glow. Obviously it was winter because there's snow all over, so it had that like, yeah, that really special winter light that you've got all of the light showing up in the distance, but also the, like, I don't know, the colour was like a purpley, neon-y, grey, hazy, dusky light. Absolutely gorgeous. This is one of those textures pages that I was kind of talking about at the start, where I've done this background texture. I really love it. And I've thought every now and again of drawing something on it, but then I'm worried because I love this so much that I'm then going to ruin it. So I've kind of just left it, and I am just going to leave it. It might come in handy for something. Likewise with this one. This one I was going to do something with and just haven't, but we'll leave that. This one is from a photo I had taken years ago on Holy Island, or Lindisfarne. And I really love this. Talking about boats, this is the type of boats that I like, you know, don't mind doing, like dead simple, like little sailing boat type things, not a big complicated boat. And I don't think even these are like brilliant, but I do just like how simple they are. You can tell that they're boats. You can tell this is on the water. We've got like a little buoy in the water there, like float. This is the castle, obviously, and the beach here. And I'm really happy with that. And then this is from an Emma Carlisle. This is from the 5th Patreon party that Emma held for her 5th year on Patreon. And yeah, she had some photos. She's working with a photographer at the moment to create some photo packs, and they held a 5th birthday party. And these were the photos from it. And actually really, like, you know, I feel like sometimes I draw some really terrible people, and other times I'm really happy. I'm obviously in an okay zone. Not that I think that they're amazing, but I'm really happy with the progress on picking out that they are actually like people and facial expressions, etc. So I was really happy with these. Eating some cake, and then we've got one here with a balloon. I think they worked really well on these textured backgrounds for like a party. And then this is just past the parcel. I was really happy with that. And again, that was an Emma Carlisle. I don't really like this one that much. I think it was like New Zealand, like New Zealand birds, I think. Yeah. I think that's the end, apart from some swatches. So yeah, a lot of Patreon calls in these sketchbooks, which I love. I'm enjoying the Patreon calls. I think they're really good because it's something that you're not choosing to draw. And I've joined a few where I've been like, this is not, like, this is really hard. This is not up my street. This is not kind of what I normally draw. But actually, even though it's really hard, you do try, and actually a lot of the time you enjoy doing it, or you learn a lot when you're doing it, and it's quite good to get pushed outside of your comfort zone and drawing things that you wouldn't ordinarily draw. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. So that was my Pith Lumia Sketchbook tour, and I will leave you here and see you in the next video. Bye for now.